Oh, it's Christopher Gore. His giant mind spews out some advice we might follow, we might not. There you go.
All right, thanks. I'll use that as my ringtone.
Great. Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Chris Gort. I'm Chris. How's it going, everyone?
So we're here today to give you 3 brand tests.
Yes, tests that will help your business. The first one is the visual storytelling test.
Yeah, we really like this one. We think it's really powerful. Obviously, there are a lot of elements that make up your brand. Brand is everything. Everything is your brand. What would your organisation or business look like if you removed your logo, you removed all of your writing and type and all of your marketing messages, and you were only left with visuals?
Yeah.
How would that represent you? So when we're talking visuals, talking photography, it could be some graphics, it could be a bit of animation, it could be some video.
Yeah. So if you looked on, say, your Instagram feed, how does that look without your logo on the top left-hand corner? Would that still represent your company?
Yeah. Could you get all of those assets you've got, all of those images, stick them in a book with no words whatsoever, give them to somebody, and give them the right feeling of what you are about, who you are, why you do what you do, and get that brand message over?
Yeah. And it's a question we've asked ourselves, and I think we're probably only just getting there in the last year or so.
Yeah. So it's a challenging thing, but it's a major part of your brand because the visuals really are going to do way more than, reams of copy here and there.
Yeah.
That's brand test number 1. How does it look for you guys?
Yeah. All right. Brand test number 2.
So this one is another idea, which is it kind of tests whether or not you are taking action in your business and whether you may be doing the right thing. So here it is. We want you to leave your company in your brain, and we want you to now, with a blank canvas, start a rival company that does exactly what you do. Would it look the same? What would it look like? How would it communicate? If you stripped everything you've done and everything else and everything you have, your team, everything, what would you rebuild that business and how would it look? And that's kind of a cool test.
Yeah, it is amazing how many companies that we've seen in the past that have just been, you ask them questions like, why do you do such and such like this? You go, well, we've always done it like that. Or that's how Derek did it 20 years ago. That's just how it is.
Oh, well, our MD designed that and it's been with us forever. Or, yeah, we can't change the colour. Everybody knows that's our colour.
Yeah.
It's kind of the fear of kind of that creative destruction can really kind of slow down your brand growth. So this is like the ultimate act of creative destruction.
Yes.
Start again. What would it look like?
Yeah. Would your products even be the same? Would you sell the same range of products? Would they look the same? Would you be selling to the same audience?
Would you even want to do that company? That's a really interesting question.
Yeah, because I get a sense of, we've worked with quite a few companies over the years, and I think there might be a few that might just start up something different.
Do what you love.
Yeah.
Test number 3. So it goes back to the Simon Sinek's Golden Circle. If you haven't seen it, you've obviously never watched any of our vlogs ever. There'll be a link down here. So this is an internal Golden Circle test.
Yes. So we have our why message that we try and spread around, and we spread around externally and internally. And it's about making people's lives happier. And what would happen if you went to different members of your team and asked them what your why message is? Why does your company exist? And why should people care that your company exists or doesn't? And see what answers they come back with.
Yeah, get them to try and write that top level why statement and see if it marries. And you can measure this in a couple of ways, I think, because they might regurgitate the one sentence that's printed on the wall, maybe if you've made that horror show of a mistake. Or they might write it in a more meaningful way that means something to them. And if they do that, and if they get the right vibe of what you're about, then that's really them putting it in their language, and that's a really great measure of your success, of how well you've communicated your main brand why message across your business.
Yeah, and if you get 20 or 30 completely different answers, then you might need to go back and do some work.
And if anybody writes to make a profit, then they're the people you really want to kind of make sure you start talking to again, so that they understand why you exist.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. 3 interesting brand tests to do this week. Let us know how you get on. It's really interesting to go through these tests periodically in your business to see if you are communicating well to the rest of your team and to the rest of the world.
Yeah, we're here to help you put your head above the parapet. There you go. That's a new slogan I've just written just there.
We're here to help you put your head above the parakeet.
We're here to help you not get tangled in your parachute.
See you next week.
Bye. Bye.